What do we have last time? Miss ano? Miss ano? Barameda. Barameda? Miss ito. Miss Gracilla. Akasili. And more specifically what?
That the president and the vice president shall be elected through the right vote of the people.
What else?
And that no person who has appealed as president and has served much for more than 4 years shall be qualified for the election of the state committee.
In your own words, what does it mean?
The president should be really elected.
Hmm.
And that within a period that he should not be elected within for not more than 4 months.
Hmm. What else? This is the only matter that we discussed last time. Oh, Miss ano? Miss
We also discussed about we also discussed about the and
you go further, okay? But ano pa? The Supreme Court sitting in bank, what is that?
on matters regarding the election.
Election. Why? Cannot the COMELEC do it?
Ano?
Cannot the COMELEC do it? Why not?
I know, sir.
What is that? Which is which? Yes or no?
No, sir.
What is that no?
The common mechanism.
Why?
The common the common elect concern if the if the if the if the candidate cannot yet voted, cannot yet elected
For
for position.
a position. So that would include the president and vice president. That could include the positions for president and vice president. Yes. Yes. So is the Supreme Court sitting in bank acting as what?
Yes, the Supreme Court sitting and the sole judge.
Acting as what? How do they call themselves? Especially if the issue is an electoral process for the election, returns, qualifications of president and vice president. Presidential Electoral Tribunal. Can we find Presidential Electoral Tribunal there? Oh, where did you get that? It is implied. And what provision of the Constitution that impliedly provides for the Presidential Electoral Tribunal?
hindi inside article 7, section 4, the last part. The
Hmm.
last part.
Can the Presidential Electoral Tribunal be abolished? Huh? Can the Presidential Electoral Tribunal be abolished? Yes or no? No. Why did you say so?
Because it is,
It is provided by the Constitution. Where is it?
here's
No, my book is it's far older, than your book. So probably we could not meet on pages. Oh, sige daw.
the Supreme Court and shall be the sole judge of all the contests relating to the election, conferring
Oh.
qualifications of president or vice president,
Oh,
and may promulgate the president.
where is the Presidential Electoral Tribunal there?
May promulgate
May promulgate its own rules for the purpose. So if that is the provision that you use in giving the authority to the Supreme Court to create the Presidential Electoral Tribunal, can we also use the same provision in abolishing the Presidential Electoral Tribunal? Yes or no? Alaka. Yes or no? Yes or no? Hurry up. No. Okay. No. Do you agree? What? Oh, what is that no? What's that no? You don't agree with her. We cannot abolish. Why can we not abolish it? Why? Oh, it's the Supreme Court sitting en banc. It's not the Presidential Electoral Tribunal. Supposing, maghuntang kaya, gibuhuntang Supreme Court Electoral Tribunal. Oh. Cannot be abolished, yes or no? Yes or no? Using the same provision that gives authority to the Supreme Court in creating the Presidential Electoral Tribunal. Can it be abolished and can it just be done by some other body also, again created by the Supreme Court using again this provision? Yes or no? Pwede bang palitan niya ng Supreme Court? Yes or no? Hurry up, we are eating up so much of our time. We are just reviewing. Yes or no? Just answer yes or no. Yes. Yes. We can. Yes, we can. Of course, yes, di ba? Because in fact, sabi niya nga ni Miss impliedly, di ba? Implied. So if it creates, it also gives the authority to the Supreme Court, the authority to abolish the same or modify the same or substitute it with some other what? Some other name, di ba? For as long as even if it is of a different name or of a different body, for as long as the composition of which is the Supreme Court and bank. Wala po tayong problema dyan. Wala po tayong, because hindi naman po nang wala pag sabi, Supreme Court and bank. Pet. Hindi. Diba? Hindi. Okay? So take note. Let's proceed. Miss, beside Mr. Eguskita? Miss, okay. I ran as president and I won. I ran as vice president again. Can I do that? Yes. I ran as president, I won. My term expired. So I ran for vice president. Can I do that? Yes. After 2 years, my prayer was granted. The president died. I succeeded as president. Can I do it? Oh, sige. So that it would not be very hard for you. After 3 years, the president dies. Can I succeed as president? Yes or no? By power of... What is the basis for your answer?
Section 4 states that the president shall not be eligible for any re-election, but he can still succeed as president if the president has been served for more than 4 years.
Basahan na muna ang provision. Ano? Pig-dissect mo na kaya. Sige, read the provision.
The president,
No, the last portion.
no person who succeeded as president in a term of office for more than 4 years shall be qualified for election to the same office at any time.
So can he succeed as president? Yes or no? Yes. He can succeed under the provision on presidential succession because he is the vice president. Supposing I have only served the unexpired term, 3 years. Can I run for president in the next election? Anyway, president by succession is eligible to run. Anyway, I have just served for less than 4 years. So can I run as president? Why not?
Answer, if he has already been a president, he cannot run for re-election, provided
Because the prohibition, as what we have mentioned last time, is perpetual. Diba? For as long as this provision is not yet amended, for as long as this provision is not yet changed, our position would always be that the president cannot run for re-election. In any re-election. Sabi nga ni, it could be after the term, it could be after several terms, it could be after 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, or perpetually, until this provision is finally resolved by the Supreme Court, or finally clarified rather by the Supreme Court. So take note. Can he run? Yes, as president, as vice president. Can he succeed? Yes, because that is part of presidential succession. But can he once again run? No, because that is tantamount to what? Re-election, because he was already previously elected as president. Interruption just because he was elected for some other position is of no moment. Take note. For as long as he was once elected as president, that is already considered an absolute prohibition on the part of the president to run for re-election. Okay? Siguro may mga question mark yan sa inyo sa utak nindo because sa ERAP, but we have already clarified that. Up to this time, there is no what? There is no clear-cut jurisprudence on the matter. It was resolved on what? Technicality by saying that since he was not elected president, there is no more reason to go on with the case because it lacks actual controversy, a very important element of judicial inquiry. So take note. So up to this time, this remains a constitutional issue, but until that issue is resolved, our position as law students to be safe, take note, because you will be answering questions in the bar examination and you will be backing it up with provisions. To be safe, you can use that the president cannot run in any re-election. Although he was upheld by the COMELEC, but that cannot be used as a precedent. It's only the decision of the Supreme Court that can be used as a precedent. And that decision of the Supreme Court also cannot be utilized. Why? Because I've said it is grounded on technicality. It's grounded on technicality. There is no substantive ruling on the matter. Okay? Any question? So, saan na po tayo? That is also, that's for the president. So, I think as regards term, as regards tenure, wala na po tayong problema dito. I think this is already clarified. As regards the vice president, can he run? Yes or no? Yes. The prohibition is what? 2 consecutive terms. So, yun lang po ang prohibition. So, you run for re-election, then that's the end of your term. You run for another position, it's okay. And you run for vice president again. Would that be okay? That's okay. Ang pinoprohibit lang naman po is 2 consecutive terms. Kaparehas po ng members of Congress, 3 consecutive terms. Sa Senate, 2 consecutive terms, if I am not mistaken. But once this 2-term limit or 3-term limit has already expired, you can always run. The only prohibition is for the president. Take note. Now, if you are the vice president, ano po ang iyong function as vice president? He may be removed from office in the manner as the president. What does it mean? It means to say that what? It means that the only way to remove the president or the vice president is by impeachment. It's by impeachment. Ang pagkakaiba lang po is what? Ang pagkakaiba lang sa proceeding. Because if you are the president, it will be the chief justice that will preside. But if you are the vice president and some other impeachable officers, it would still be the Senate president that will preside. So yun lang po ang pagkakaiba. Pero ang way of removing president and vice president, they are the same. Impeachment. Ano pa po ang mga pribileyo naman ng vice president? The vice president may be appointed as a member of the cabinet. You know, class, if you are appointed as member of the cabinet, you have to go through the scrutiny of what? The Commission on Appointment. But that is a privilege given to the vice president. If you are appointed as member of the cabinet, then you can, you don't have to be confirmed by the Commission on Appointment. Next, no vice president for more than 2 successive terms. Voluntary nomination is also considered not an interruption. Section 9. Whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the vice president during the term for which he was elected, the president shall nominate a vice president from among the members of the Senate and the House of Representatives, who shall assume office upon confirmation by a majority of all the members of Congress voting separately. Okay. We have already clarified. How are you going to choose president and vice president? Sabi doon sa provision ng ating executive department, executive provision ng ating section 4 of Article 7, the president and vice president shall be elected by direct vote of the people. Okay, so klaro po yan. So the rule is, how are you going to choose vice president election? Okay, yeah. But as regards vice president, it may not be an option. Okay? It may not be an option if there is a sitting president. Because all the sitting president has to do is to appoint or nominate from among the members of Congress. From among the members, not of the Senate, from among the members of Congress. So even your congressman can be the vice president if the president takes note, if the president nominates him, and if the members of Congress confirm his or her nomination. Wala po tayong problema dyan. But, sabi ko election for vice president may not be an option if there is a sitting president. However, kung wala pong sitting president, the only way to choose a vice president is by election, using the provision of Section 4 of Article 7. Okay, klaro po yan Please be reminded. That is a very important point. Yes.
So, position will be vacant. Who will be the one who's going to be the officer for that chair?
Okay, iyan po ang problema. The only way so that your district may have a representative is through election for the unexpired. That is a special election, definitely. Kaya lang kung minsan hindi na din niya. Like for example, Tagaytog Nonoy Andaya, di ba? Ang ginawa noon na mag-assume siya as DBM secretary, di ba? Hinintay na lang yung next election and somebody ran and somebody won, if I am not mistaken. Or tumakbo ulit siya. Oh. Na ano? Na? So he was elected.
No, my other election.
How could that be possible?
Siya na si ang bata, yung dating appointment ng Attorney House Speaker. Parang take care of the doing sa
In the first place, can the speaker, in the first place, can the Speaker of the House do that? Okay, since you have divulged that information, I want you to go to its roots, and inform the class on how the same was done. Hindi po pwede yun. The only way to do it is by election. Special election. Pero kung minsan ang ginagawa, is, ang pwede lang mangyari is kung party list representative siya. Okay? Kung party list representative siya, ano mangyayari? Yung nominee, the second one will be the one to assume as congressman. Bakit? May nakalagay ba dyan sa Constitution that members of the House of Representatives may be appointed? Can they be nominated? Meron ba? We have already discussed Article 6, di ba? We have already discussed all the provisions. Is there a provision in the Constitution that allows appointment? Let's see if your facts are accurate, Mr. Villaflor. I-check mo. And until that thing is shown to the class, that's the time that we will determine. But as of this moment, the provision of the Constitution speaks for itself that the way to choose members of Congress is by election. At least hindi tayo ma-confuse. You will be taking the bar examination. So at least hindi tayo ma-confuse.
With regards to, if ever, sir, say, I ran for vice president and I won for two second, sir. Then, again, I ran for, say, Senate. Without the vacancy of the vice president, can I be elected or nominated?
Yun naman, Two successive terms, nag-expire. Tumakbo kang senador. Nanalo ka. Tapos, ang ginawa mo naman, malapit ka sa presidente. Namatay yung vice president. Ikaw yung nanominate. Pwede ba ako, sir? Pwede, walang problema. There's no prohibition. What is only prohibited is election. Pwede, wala pong problema yan. For as long as the same is conferred in by both members of Congress, Senate, and the House of Representatives. Any other? Let's proceed. Presidential succession. Ito po. The President and Vice President-elect shall assume office at the beginning of their term. Take note. If the President-elect fails to qualify, the Vice President-elect shall act as President until the President-elect shall have qualified. Like, for example, nagkasakit ang Presidente, hindi siya pwede makapag-take pa ng oath, So, hindi pa siya nag-qualify. That's why the Vice President, for the meantime, could take charge as in an acting capacity. I would like to make it a point, in an acting capacity. So, wala pong succession dyan, If you are doing it in an acting capacity, wala pong succession. You never become. You remain as Vice President, You just take or you just perform or take the functions or some of the prerogatives of the President. If a President shall not have been chosen, ito pa, the Vice President-elect shall act as President. Itong sinasabi natin, meron pong tie, hindi pa nire-resolba ang tie sa President, pero okay na yung Vice President. In fact, was already proclaimed, Kaya lang hindi pa nare-resolve yung tie. Who will act as President for the meantime? It's the Vice President in an acting capacity, not succession. Take note. If at the beginning, ito na ang simula ng succession. If at the beginning of the term of the president-elect shall have died or shall have become permanently disabled, the vice president shall become president by way of succession. Kaya itong sinasabi ko sa inyo, siyempre nag-party-party yung president at vice president. After assuming, nag-inom-inom din sila. Ang problema, dahil sobrang tuwa, inatake sa puso yung presidente. He has already. So what will happen? They have already started their term, had already assumed office. Take note. So who will now become the president? Is the vice president. That will become the president. And now the vice president, as president, will now nominate from among the members of Congress as to who will be the vice president. Right? Next, where no president, ito pa ang problema natin, bakit mabibigyan tayo ng problema? Where no president and vice president shall have been chosen or shall have qualified, where both shall have died or become permanently disabled. Parte-parte nga tayo pa din sa airplane. Nakikita mo yung sa airplane. Nagsabog sa airplane, parehas gadan. Okay. Who will become the president? The Senate president will not become the president. He may act as president. Dito. That is the president of the Senate or in case, take note hindi ito in the alternative I would like to emphasize. It's not in the alternative but it's succession. It's the Senate president, and if in case the Senate president is not available, it would be the Speaker of the House. Take note. Ang problema, kayado si Senate president, kayado si Speaker of the House. Ito niya ang aeroplano. Terminabo. Unfortunately, no one survived. Who will become or who will act as president? Can I assume as president? Can I act as president? Is that an absolute no? Basahin nga natin ang provision ng ating konstitusyon. Immediately, some of us will say, it's the Chief Justice that should assume, di ba? Do we have a Chief Justice there? Mentioned in the Constitution? There is none. Supposing, gusto ko man, tumampalan namin sa presidente. Pangarap ko man. Tumampalan. Can I act as president? Is there a possibility? Is there a possibility? Yes or no? Is there a possibility? Anybody? Anybody? Yes. If Congress would say that the one to act as president should have a name of Romel, dapat nga pangalan Romel. Qualified. Dapat nga taga Magaraw. Ay! Pasok na pasok. Ano? What I am trying to point out is what? It's Congress that would set for the qualifications. So can a Chief Justice be? Possible. If he fits with the qualification provided by Congress, because it's the Congress that will provide as to who will act as president. And because of this problem, ma-elect pang vice president, inuurulayan ta ng president. No? So wala naman pong nakalagay dyan na Vice President. Yo? So who will act as President? Anybody who fits the qualifications provided by Congress. So it's not accurate to say that since the Senate President is no more, the Speaker of the House is no more, it should be the Chief Justice. It's not what the Constitution provides. The Constitution is so clear in saying that it should be the one that suits the qualifications provided by Congress. And that is not assumption. That is never succession. That is only to act as what? To act as President. For the meantime, President and Vice President are not yet elected. Bakit? Should there be special elections to be conducted? Yes! Sabi nga niya sa provision ng ating Constitution, at 10 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock in the morning, from the time the offices of the President and Vice President became vacant, they have to convene. They have to convene and enact a law calling for what? Calling for a special election. Ha? Bakit? Kung tatanungin ba kayo sa multiple choice, the Vice President, in an acting capacity, shall become President, assume as President, remain as Vice President. What will be your answer? Shall become President, assume as President, remain as Vice President. If you are in an acting capacity, you remain the Vice President. Vice President ka Mangirara, you are only discharging for a time being the functions of the President or the functions of the officer or official whom you represent. You remain as Vice. So wala naman pong assumption. Kaya nga ang problema dyan. Ano? Problema dyan, acting capacity. 5 years. Ay, ang ganda. 5 years? Act masaya. Di ba? Walang nai-elect, di ba? Walang nagiging president, di ba? So, you are chosen as acting president for 5 years. Meron ba yan? May nabasa ako niyan sa reviewer, mga situations. Anong sagot doon sa reviewer? Political reviewer. Anong sagot doon? Since there is never a succession, there is never assumption, so he could run. Di masaya siya. Because in an acting capacity, wala pong succession. Hindi mo kinukuha yung posisyon. Yun lang prerogative, yun lang functions ng posisyon. Take note. Kaya nga pigklaro natin, before assumption or before the beginning of the term, it's only in the acting capacity. But after the beginning of the term, it's already assumption, it's already succession. The Congress shall by law provide for the manner in which one who is to act as president shall be selected until the president and the vice president is chosen. In case of what? In case of death, permanent disability, inability or officials mentioned in the preceding paragraph. So, inability of the officials mentioned. So, sino yung President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, and Senate President? So, madali lang naman po bagang intindihin ito, Let's proceed to Section 8. In case of death, permanent disability, removal from office, or resignation of the President. Take note, Ito lang po ang mga instances na pwede nating sabihin na ang opisina ng Presidente is vacant. Okay? Death. Do you know what death is? Nawala yung Presidente. So Ha? Noon, bago pa nag-asawa ang presidente, nawala yung presidente. For 5 years, wala siyang communication sa asawa niya. So he was declared as presumed dead. Can that be a disqualification? Ano? Sa aking pananaw, sabi ng asawa, patay ka na. So, can that be considered death or purposes? No, because it has a different purpose. The only province of presumptive death is so that you can remarry without at risk of being prosecuted for bigamy. Yun lang po. Kaya huwag kayong mahiya kung sa inyong petition for declaration of presumptive death, ilalagay niyo dyan, nakahanap na ako ng iba at gusto akong samahan for the rest of my life. Huwag kayong mahiya, ilagay yan because that is the very purpose why you are filing that petition for presumptive death. Sino na? Wala pa naman. Bye. Wala kang kilala. Hindi naman kung sabi na wala kang kilala. Meron pala, meron. I have already filed a petition for declaration of presumptive death. That's the easiest and the most expeditious way to remarry. Para makapag-asawa, walang publication. Walang publication. Just file a petition. Saan? Doon sa last known address ng asawa. Ang last known address niya, yung bahay niyo. Siyempre, pag ma-receive mo, sasabihin mo, wala na dito yung taong yan. Di, lalagyan doon sa ng RTS, return to sender. That could be approved. Anyway, death. When a person died, that's the end. That's also considered as what? That's also considered as vacancy. You know what that is. Ito lang po ang gusto kong ipaalala sa inyo. Permanent disability. When the president is permanently disabled, and when we say permanent disability, sometimes we only confine it with physical disability or mental disability. According to the case of Estrada versus Desierto, it's not the case. All kinds of incapacity that will render the president perpetually powerless, take note, to discharge the powers and the prerogatives of his office. President ka, nag-iisa ka na lang. Ikaw lang tao sa Malacanang. I am the president. Do you think you could still discharge your function? Yes or no? No. So you are perpetually powerless to discharge the functions of your office. It is as if that you are what? Permanently disabled or permanently incapable to remain in the office of the president. To better understand this important ground, I want you to visit. Hindi na po ako magsabi ngayong place. I want you to visit the case of Estrada versus Desierto. The case of Estrada versus Desierto. Okay? Dahil may suggestion daw na kung gusto talaga makapasa ng marami, dapat lagyan ng ngipin. So, dapat nga siguro araw-araw yung recitation. Dapat nga siguro araw-araw yung case discussion. Diba? Kaya lang, palagi pag magtatanong ako kung nabasa niya, still on the process. Still on the process. Yung problema natin, if you want to pass the bar, please read those cases. Hindi ba magbabago po ang ating sistema, hindi magbabago ang ating passing percentage kung ganyan po ang ating. If you want to become a lawyer 4 years after, so please, do your part on. So, permanent disability, settled jurisprudence, ano po? Kaso ni Estrada versus Desierto. I am very much sure everybody has already the case. Okay, yeah. Okay? Meron na ang lahat. Also, ano pa? Removal from office. Klaro po yung sinasabi natin, there is only one way to remove the president. And that is impeachment or by impeaching the president. Next is resignation. Ito din po, klaro ito sa kaso ni Estrada versus Desierto. Di ko sabi ni Erap, hindi ako nag-resign. I did not tender any letter of resignation. Diba? So there is no reason why to say that the office of the president is vacant. Because yun po ang pronouncement ng ating Korte Suprema. Okay? GMA can succeed or GMA can assume the presidency because the president had resigned. So kailangan ba talaga pag sinabing resignation, there should be a written resignation or express resignation? Or can it be implied? Or can it be oral? The Supreme Court said what? It may be expressed or implied. It may be expressed or implied. So what did the Supreme Court use in saying that the president had resigned? The Angara Diary. And the circumstances and the statements of ERA from the time before, during, and after he left Malacanang. Totality of circumstances rule. Sabi ni ERA, pagod na ako. Aalis ako sa Malacanang para maiwasan. O, diba? So these are manifestations, diba? That were used by the Supreme Court in so declaring that ERA resigned. Nag-resign daw po si ERA, kaya pwede nang mag-assume sa opisina ng Presidente. In fact, if I am not mistaken, there were so much commentary already questioning the what? Questioning the legitimacy of GMA ascension to office. Ang dami nag-question. In fact, some lawyers are saying that what? Mali daw po yung gamitin ang provider. Mali daw po yung gamitin yung Angara Diary. Bakit? Bakit? Because sa ating rules of court, do you have your rules of court? Okay. Ang isang dokumento, sometimes, kung hindi sa pick-offer as evidence, the same can never be admitted. Dapat, it's not enough na pamarkahan mo ang isang dokumento. Like, for example, I want to have this mark. Pag pamarkahan mo ba ang dokumentong iyan, i-consider na yan ng korte sa paggawa ng desisyon? Hindi pa. Kahit bulto-bulto ang pamarkahan mong dokumento. Ano? Your Honor, we are marking exhibit X, Y, and Z, 956. Ang bulto-bulto. At akong talaga. Kaya lang, katalampasanan. Ano? Nalingawan mo, i-offer. Ano? Dahil mo pick-offer. Tapos ka na, dahil mo na pick-offer. Do you think that will be considered by the court? No! Because these documents are never offered. Hindi lang kailangan markahan mo yan. Kailangan mo ding i-offer yan documents na yan. Sasabihin mo sa korte ang iyong purpose kung bakit ino-offer mo ang documents na ito. And that was during the time when prosecution, when the party's evidence is already in its culmination. Meaning, tapos na. Tapos na yung mga testimonies ng mga testigos, yung documentary exhibits na ang i-offer. So, kailangan i-offer mo yan. Kung hindi mo yan i-offer, hindi yan i-consider ng court. Kahit naka-attach pa yan saan? Kahit naka-attach pa yan sa record. That's the problem also. Pero, class, sasabihin ko sa inyo, iba po sa administrative case. Sa administrative case, kahit ang dokumento hindi na-offer, okay lang yan. For as long as yung document nakatat sa record at yung other party is aware na merong dokumentong yan sa record. Sa administrative, pwede yan. Pero sa criminal case, especially sa criminal case, that will never be admitted in it unless the same is properly offered. So yung Angara Diary daw po, hindi naman pig-offer. Yung taong nagbigay ng detalye doon, hindi naman pig-present sa witness stand. Okay? So ang isang dokumento, gumawa ka ng affidavit, di ba? Usually lang ginagawa ng police, di ba? Affidavit, para i-support nila sa kanilang complaint. Tapos na ba yan? Hindi. This affidavit is considered hearsay unless yung appliant pumunta sa korte, sabihin niya na sa kanya yung document na yun. So hindi mo yung pwedeng i-offer. Why? Because there is violating of the constitutional right of the accused to confront the every piece of evidence adduced by the other side. So kailangan po yan. Ano? Kaya, kung minsan, nakumuha ng pulis, may mga affidavit. Hindi dyan katapos ang trabaho ng pulis. Sabihin pa ng pulis, uy, papatawag ka pa sa korte. Dahil itong affidavit mo walang saysay. Hanggang hindi mo ito piga-identify sa court. That is considered hearsay. So, ganun po yun. Yeah. Ang iba kasi, kung minsan, ginaano-ano, ito, pamasahe mo na. Hindi na, dumadating, di ba? Useless yung evidence na yun. So, ganun din po yung doon sa diary daw. May nabasa ako doon sa diary. Yung nagbigay noon, hindi naman pig-present sa court. Yung nagbigay noon, hindi naman pig-identify na sa kanya talaga yun, di ba? So that should be treated as hearsay, di ba? Kaya lang, it's the Supreme Court speaking that becomes part of the legal system. That's acceptable because it's the Supreme Court. So basahin nyo yung kasong Desierto, Estrada versus Desierto. And madami po tayong enlightenment na makukuha dyan. Kahit nga yung resignation, hindi kailangan written. It may be implied. It may be implied. Ano pa? The Vice President shall become President for the unexpired term. How about same with the Vice President, the Speaker of the House, or the Congress shall by law provide who shall serve as President in case of death, etc., etc. So you know this already. Let's proceed. Section 11, what does it say? Anong oras na hindi pa naman? Section 11. Okay. Whenever the President transmits to the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House his written declaration that he is unable to discharge the powers and duties to his office, and until he transmits to them a written declaration that the same is no longer does no longer appear, the Vice President shall act as President. This has something to do with what? This has something to do with temporary incapacity. Yeah. Temporary incapacity of the President. And it was also clarified in the case of Estrada versus Desierto that when we say temporary capacity, it's innate to the person. When we say innate to the person, it's either physical or mental. It could not be a foreign thing, It's either physical or mental. That the President, for a time being, unable to discharge the functions of the office. But the question now is, sino po ang pwedeng magpaalam sa Kongreso na ang Presidente hindi makadischarge ng kanyang functions for a time being? Sino? Dalawa, di ba? Sino itong dalawa? Sino itong dalawa? Sino? The President himself or majority of the members of the cabinet. Do not forget the word majority. Ano? Majority of the members of the cabinet or the President himself. Can it be an oral declaration? Yes or no? No. Because the Constitution says it should be a written declaration transmitted to the Senate President and to the Speaker of the House that the President is temporarily unable to discharge the functions of the office. And upon receipt, take note, upon receipt by these proper officials of Congress that the President is unable to discharge the functions of the office, the Vice President shall start discharging the duties and prerogative of the office. Kaya lang ang problema, nagsulat ang majority of the members of the cabinet. Sumulat ang presidente that inability does not exist. What will prevail? It's the what? It's the president's declaration. Pero hindi. Matigas ang ulo nitong members of the cabinet. Sumulat ulit sa Kongreso. Hindi po. Ang presidente is unable to perform his duties temporarily. What will the Congress do now? It's now the Congress that will decide of that incapacity of the president. By a vote of what? By a vote of what? Nariyan yan? Nariyan yan? 2/3 vote of both houses voting separately that the president, kung hindi makuha ang required number of votes na ito, what will happen? It would only show that the disability does not exist. It shows that the disability does not exist, therefore, the Vice President does not have the authority to assume and discharge the duties of the President. Take note. Okay? Ito lang ang sinasabi natin. Pero before we discuss Section 10, I want you now to start underscoring the last sentence. No special election shall be called if the vacancy occurs within 18 months before the date of the next presidential election. If there are vacancies sa opisina ng Presidente at Vice President, is election a constitutional option? Is election a constitutional remedy? Yes or no? Answer, yes. But supposing it falls within 18 months, is it still an option? Yes or no? No more. You have to wait for the next regular election. For the meantime, who will act as President? The Senate President will act as President until the next President and the next Vice President will be elected and assume office. Okay? The Congress shall, at 10 o'clock in the morning of the third day after the vacancy in the offices of the President and Vice President convene. So take note. So, and ini-emphasize dito that a call for a special election can only be done by Congress if there is vacancy. Take note. No? If there is vacancy, that is the only time. And I have also mentioned to you last time that this is also one of the laws or measures that may become a law even without the signature of the President. Immediately after the third reading, that is already considered a law because of the urgency. Take note. Yeah? Oath of office, if you want to become president, just memorize. But lawyer's oath, you are required to memorize. Yes, because all of you will become lawyers. We just don't know when. Let's proceed. Next time. Where is the attendance?